What up, everybody? It's your boy Avell did it back with another one. However you got here, whether you already subscribed to the channel, whether I popped up on your news feed, whether somebody told you about me and you're checking me out for the first time, however you got here was meant for you to be here, so I appreciate it. Before I get started, if you can hit that like button and hit that subscribe button for the content. You did it? Cool. Shouts out to everybody who keep hitting that like button, that subscribe button, sharing the content. I truly appreciate it. So, to y'all, I like to say every time, thank you very much. All right, who we got up? We got that boy Wack100, Adam22 talking about Jim Jones right now. What? Yeah. So, if y'all don't know, I don't know what to call Jim Jones and Wack100's relationship. Wack said it was cool up until the point the paperwork was produced and we heard Jim Jones on tape talking about violating somebody and he didn't go to the feds. What? So ever since then, he's pretty much been calling Jim a rat and he don't mess with him. And since I was even surprised, with the Grammys happening this week, we had Jim Jones out in Compton and Watts, hanging with some of the members out there. So let's hear what Wack100 reaction is to that. Here we go.
Tonight.
Jim Jones was in town.
And really, a lot of people...
He goes to Compton.
A lot of people said that he wasn't a real blood, yourself included.
I've never said he wasn't a real blood.
Okay, but he pulled up to the section.
Yeah, but this is what I'm trying to understand.
Okay.
Jim Jones has never been told that he can't come to the West Coast.
Okay.
Now, I don't know what Cameron and what they saying about him, but rest in peace, hot dog. The West Side Paul Rules over there has always embraced Jimmy. Right? So nobody's ever said Jimmy can't come to the West Coast.
Certified Gangsters 2004?
West Coast. That's, the homies did it. The homies over there made that happen. So, they're like, whack. I said, bro, nobody ever said Jimmy can't come to the West Coast.
Mm-hmm.
You never.
Well, he kind of implied that it wasn't a great idea for him to mingle in L.A. knowing that he was a known rat. Allegedly. But, we got to admit, it is kind of fishy when you had a big case going on like 6ix9ine case was at that time. And here it is, you had Jim Jones on a federal wire telling another member what to do, who was supposed to be higher ranking than him, but the way Jimmy was talking to him was like Jimmy was the guy who was pulling the strings and telling them what to do. So with that being said, nothing never came with Jimmy going to jail or none of that we know of. So Wack figured he was working. Only common sense would tell you if something like that happened, the police had to approach him and some kind of deal had to be struck in order for him not to be prosecuted. That's just common sense. But let's continue.
But hear me say, Jimmy ain't from where he from.
I think him going there was really kind of a clapback to Cameron, calling him a fake blood, right?
Well, I don't know if Cameron was speaking from a stance or something he knows is going on in New York. But I do know out here, right, the homies that have always stood with him they continue to stand with him. Like, I've never put in a call, right, on Jim Jones because, he from where he from. And we've always all embraced him as a homie, right? So everybody, look, bro.
You embraced him as a homie until what point? When did you guys fall out?
No, it wasn't. It was crazy about it. Jimmy was doing quarantine music during the COVID.
Okay.
Where he had a system to where.
All right, this is where Wack talks about how the incident with him and Jim Jones started, where he was doing the quarantine radio, and he did some songs for some artists that was with Wack. So he was saying, he just telling you how cool they was. So I'm gonna just fast forward a little bit, as we done heard it. Look at his face. Oh, Jimmy, man, I didn't know you was coming to the West. What you doing over in my neck of the woods? Let's continue.
Publicly, right?
I don't think Jim even ever responded to me. He may have.
Oh, okay.
That's not really his character with certain people. My shit talking was just my truth. I read some work, I hear something, and in Jimmy's case, it's never no work. But 6ix9ine told me, Wack, I was the number one. Jimmy was the number two behind me. If I didn't take the stand, Jimmy was gonna take the stand. He's telling me this, and he put the clip up. And me understanding law, I understand conspiracy, right? A phone count, dry conspiracy. And I didn't understand why Jimmy had been cuffed when everybody else involved had been cuffed. So I sent it to him. And I guess, Jimmy's whole stance was,
So you were alluding to him being a snitch.
no, what's happening with this?
Right.
I really want to have the conversation.
You were asking him, basically.
No, as homies.
Right.
We talk about everything else. I'm going to be real. I remember it was me, Big Y, and another homie called out to New York. Everybody was free when this 6ix9ine shit was going on.
Mm-hmm.
And we like, yo, bro, what y'all doing with this little kid, with this rainbow shit, with the flag?
Right.
And Jimmy, them words, him and Mel Murder, words was, respectfully, it's a New York movement, let us do our thing. Because we wasn't supporting it. You can't find no video clippings of 6ix9ine with the homies like that. They was asking, he was over there with the Hoover cord. They was asking, but we wasn't fucking with it, right? So when it came back and bit him, right? I didn't think nothing of it. I'm like, we told you so. But even after that, we did a few video shoots. He did some verses stuff for me. So when I sent him the clip, he never responded. But I understand him. He's saying like, well, that's...
Wait a minute. Wack is kind of backpedaling it right here. He's backpedaling. Because at first, he was just saying straight up from what the paperwork that 6ix9ine had, that Jim was a alleged rat, right? And it made sense to me when he's saying that he was the number two guy under 6ix9ine in the Fed's eyes. I could see that because we all seen from the beginning of his career that he was, representing to be a member of that crew, right? So for them to catch him on the wire and talking about doing violence to somebody, and nothing ever happened on a high profile case that the feds are investigating, and they just let that pass, I don't see that. There was some kind of negotiation that had to be worked out. Now, he's saying that 6ix9ine said if he didn't get on the stand that Jim was. So that I don't know. But I do believe there was some kind of cooperation going on. But he's still getting off of the fact that that Jim, I think it was more of a slap in the face to Wack with him going to Compton. I think that was not meant for Cameron and Mace to see that he really is a member from where he say he is, because he's still from New York, and they know people from New York, so they know he hangs around who he hangs around in New York. But him coming to LA for the Grammys and going to Compton and Watts and hanging with real members was like a slap in the face to Wack. I'm telling you, he was letting Wack know that, you not stopping nothing. Because remember, when him and Jim first got into it, who did he pop up with? Big U. Remember? He popped up with Big U. He was on the Big U show or whatever. And then now he's at the Grammys. He comes to LA and he goes to Compton and hang with the people that Wack supposedly hang with and know and associate with. So I want to know what y'all think down below. Do you guys think that him hanging in Compton threatens Wack credibility about who can come and who can't? Because now he's saying he never said. I've never heard him say that Jim couldn't come, but the way he was labeling him, it made it like he shouldn't come. Let's just say that. So I want to know what y'all think down below. Do y'all think this messes up with Wack's credibility? Think it puts a little chink in his armor? I want to know what y'all think down below. That's all the time I got for this topic. Please make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And y'all already know I'm gonna be back with some more reaction videos, some more news. So I'm definitely gonna catch y'all on the next one, alright?